Good morning. Here we are in rainy downtown Crestline in the San Bernardino Mountains of Southern California's Inland Empire. Oh, be quiet, phone. Do not disturb. With cats and more cats. Tora, is there enough light on you to get your picture? Let's see. There she is, right here. Pretty little kitty. Yeah, you're just a cat, yes. But it's kind of dark where you're sitting. Okay. Oh, Lordy. Hi, Jimmy. Welcome in. VCAN is Jimmy. Good morning, Jason. Good to see you, too. I'm in bad shape because I did too much yesterday. I did the dishes and the shopping. And I think the hardest part was putting the groceries away. Oh, I inspected things more closely in the meat counter at the market. His last time I was complaining about $20 for a T-bone steak. Well, it was dry aged. The T-bone steak that was not dry aged was less than half as much, a little under $10. Whew! So I got one this time. You see, dry aging is very wasteful. After they dry age meat, they have to cut off a bunch of it because it's spoiled. Yes, I see the emails from you, Jimmy. I'm doing fine. As well as can be expected, my back is a mess from compressed discs. So I'm shorter than I should be, and I get back pain all the time. I can't lift. I really should not lift as much as 10 pounds. I should stick to things that weigh 5 pounds. Which can be a problem. Anyway, some of the stray cats seem to be gone. And I believe that they were rounded up by a local cat charity to get spayed and neutered. I hope so. Because if animal control picked them up, their lives are in danger. It's hard to get people to adopt cats because everybody who wants a cat has one now, due to the booming homeless cat population. Anyway, I thought my computer was dead. Last night, the bully brat cat, Smokey Sue, actually unplugged the surge protector from the wall. Whether accidentally on purpose, it just cannot happen again. So, everything plugged into the surge protector turned off suddenly. But my computer is okay. It's just that she had also loosened the cable that connects the monitor to the computer. Yeah. I read typo, VCAN, Jimmy. I make bad typos too. Oh man. It's raining and it's kind of windy, not super windy. Yesterday, we had light showers that went away in the afternoon, but this is round two and it's a stronger storm. These are the remnants of a storm that hit Northern California and Southern Oregon a day or two before it gets down here. It's the same every winter. If it's raining in Sacramento or San Francisco, I know that we're next. Tora, get out of my stuff! Bad cat. She wants her morning treats. She already got them and now she wants more. How about tempting tuna? Oh, here comes Sweetie. And 3C. Here's Smokey Sue. Hey, idiot. She moves her head the wrong way and doesn't see where I put the treats because she's a dingbat as well as a brat cat. Here you go, silly cats. Did you eat all that? Okay, let me see. I think, no, Sweetie's in the dark. Can't get her on camera. She's a black tuxedo cat with fluffy hair. A year ago, I had 2 cats. Now I have 5. At one point, I had 7. One disappeared, then I had 6. Now I have 5 because another one disappeared. They were feral kittens that I was trying to tame so I could adopt them. Okay. The Earth's axis shifts all the time, but it's within a small range. But my thing is, even if we have global warming, it's a good thing. We are trying to come out of an ice age. We're still in it. So, of course, the Earth's getting warmer. I hope. Actually, in the past 20 years or more, it's gone up 1 whole degree. Whoopee. According to scientists who have studied the history of Earth's magnetic field by, digging down into the ground and checking magnetic minerals and which way they're pointed, the magnetic field has actually done a 180 flip a couple of times. I wonder how that will affect the internet and the satellites and so forth. Tora, are you getting into my box again? Get out of there. That's mine. Hi, Freeman. Welcome in. An old friend of mine from Freedomizer radio days and back when Whitley Striever had a free chat room for us is in the chat today. V. Ken, whose name is Jimmy. He's over in jolly old England, which isn't too jolly right now. President Trump spoke at the prayer breakfast. I guess that was this morning in to Congress. Ah, hi, Ditch. He talked about growing faith and optimism among the American people, and the fact that his near miss, I invented goldfish, welcome in, his near death experience in Pennsylvania strengthened his faith. And there's a tomcat outside, he's howling. I wonder if that's Grandpa. Grandpa would come to the door. It's some other cat. I would welcome in. He talked about how it even strengthened his son's faith. Trump is amazing. I'm not thrilled with everything he wants to do, but what he wants to do now is modernize our air traffic control systems. It reminds me of 2019 when I renewed my driver's license. Their computers crashed, so they gave me a new appointment for the next day. And they said their computers were working on Windows 2. You know, the old operating system where you turned it on and you got a DOS prompt and you entered, I think it was Windows/Win, something like that, to get Windows open. And I'm like, what? I wonder what our air traffic control systems are using. I have a Rolo Suite logo. Beacon, I do? I don't know what that is. I had a Commodore 64. It was my first computer. And actually, when I got the previous model from a thrift shop, it worked better than the 64. What was that thing called? It used cassette tape to run programs. Oh, the logo next to Smokey Bear. Oh, well, that's an old photo. I had to resign from Lions due to my health and some other problems. It started with a V, the letter V as in Victor. Something 32. That old computer. Oh, I don't remember what the logo was on my. Digital make me Vic 20. That's what it was. Not 32, Vic 20. Thank you, Freeman. The Commodore Vic 20. um, Theo, welcome in. Uh, Lord, so of course it was a prayer breakfast, so of course Trump talked about God. And faith. And he quoted that shining city on a hill speech, the one that the Bushes like to use. It's from a early, like pre-United States, I think, um, church pastor. What was his name? Well, I don't know if he read the Bible. Hang on. Let me see. Who wrote Shining City on a Hill? And Trump actually said he was quoting the guy. John Winthrop, 1630. Oh, Ronald Reagan quoted it too. Huh. Okay. So that's, more than 100 years before we became the United States. Well, I haven't read the whole Bible. And I believe that people who just sit down and read it through every year, they read the Bible through in 82 or 22 or whatever. I don't think it sinks in. When I'm interested in a passage or someone on YouTube is talking about it, usually something to do with Nephilim, I go to the Bible and read that passage for myself because they often leave out the context, what comes before and after the verses in question. I'm really wanting to look at my. Was I wearing my lioness gear when I posed with Smokey Bear? I don't remember. Yeah, Windows 2. I was using either 11 or the one with a name. Vikens in England ditch. He gets censored a lot. Oh, yeah, of course, Trump talked about Billy Graham and his son Franklin Graham. I don't know, ditch. Let me see if I can find the Smokey Bear picture. Where is that folder? Come on. Here we go. I'm not seeing it. Get I'll have to Uh, maybe it's in my studio. Come on, load, please. Oh, they want me to become a YouTube partner and earn money. I don't think so. Oh, recently, a subscription, recent subscribers. One of them is Cheeky Bastard 99. Here we go. No, there we go. I don't see a logo on me. Come on, open up. No, I don't want to customize it. I want to see my picture. I do not see a Rolo logo. Honest, I don't. That's just Smokey Bear at the local history museum. Every year he's in our small town 4th of July parade. I can't earn YouTube money. It goes through Google Pay, and Google Pay canceled me 15 years ago, kept the measly $20 I had earned, and wouldn't tell me why. So I'm sure they won't reinstate me. What's two-tier Freeman? Oh, in England, yeah. Instant pudding, Freeman? That stuff's crap. There's a car out front. Excuse me. This will only take a minute. Sorry about that. My morning newspaper arrived, and I had the newspaper lady's box of Junior Mints that somehow went home with my groceries last night. She drives me to the store. See, even when I'm not here or I'm not talking, my chat room is going on, and it's awesome. I like the Benny, oh heck, the English Benny, what's his name comic with the skit about blamages walking around and attacking people. Blamage is like a white pudding. Benny Hill. No, Benny Hinn is that crazy preacher who I think he finally went to prison. One time in the middle of the night, I thought, oh, Benny Hill is on. That was back in the days of TV, with a little antenna that got the signal from the air for free. And I turned it on and it was Benny Hinn. Ah. Yeah, P.O., you're withdrawing from caffeine. You should cut down slowly on coffee before you quit entirely. Last time I was deprived of caffeine for an extended period, I got the most horrible headache. The kind where your eyes feel like the light is coming from inside your eyes, not outside of them. Yeah, tea has a similar chemical. It is not exactly caffeine, but it's close. Yeah, Ditch, it is just like a migraine when you're deprived of caffeine. Mm. I don't remember exactly what Benny Hinn did. The only TV preacher I ever sent money to was Gene Scott, and I only sent it once. Oh, Freeman, whatever cat is outside, I didn't see it when I went out, so it isn't asking me for anything. So, anyway, Gene Scott used to say, send me money, I need a new Cadillac. And he never registered as a nonprofit. He paid income taxes on everything, and so did his corporation. Says, I'm not gonna. Hey, you stupid cat! Get out of there! Bad cat! That's the bully brat, Smoky Sue. You knock that off. Quit. She runs around and jumps on things, paying no attention to what she's jumping on. And that includes my face when I'm lying down. So, anyway, this is random chat, but I'm impressed, but not surprised that Trump wants to modernize our air traffic control system. And he banned all helicopter traffic from Reagan Airport. I often feel like we're living in that movie, Brazil. Back in the days of plug and play, I opened up my desktop computer and shoved in some extra memory. Windows XP, that was my favorite Windows program. I don't know why I said 11 earlier, but Microsoft is insisting on installing Windows 11 on my desktop. It won't take no for an answer. Yeah, I loved XP. It was like an upgrade of, what was that, Windows 7? Tora, get out of my stuff! You cats need to go out and play. They won't go out, it's raining. Oh well. I had XP in the days of a spinning hard drive, and the hard drive on that computer spun itself to death. I'm not saving you from Smokey because you're a pest too, Tora. You'll have to beat her up yourself. There's Tora. Hey, say hi to your fans. You got adoring fans. Say hi. That's better. Oh, look at its tutu. Tutu's fascinated by the camera. I got Tutu and 3C because they were feral kittens. And after I got them spayed and they had to stay in the house for 2 days, they decided they were house cats. Smokey Sue just moved in without asking. She's obviously an abandoned pet. Gosh. Yeah. So it's like Brazil. Microsoft insists you have to take what we give you, and you may not repair your own computer. You have to use a registered technician and wait a year to get back a computer that will be obsolete in a month. No wonder Hunter didn't bother to pick up his laptop. I don't know who Louis Rossman is, Witta. A huge advocate for being allowed to fix your own stuff, yeah. Smokey Sue, quit messing with my newspaper. I'm tired of finding my newspaper shredded when I get around to reading it and doing the crossword puzzle. I don't know if my email's on my About section or not, Ditch. I probably should put it there. If it isn't, Tora, get out of my stuff! How's your kibble dish? It isn't empty. What's your problem? Cats are such a pain in the house. Kibble. New flavor of kibble. Where's the scissors? That's another thing. Why do they make packages that no human being can open? You'd have to be the Hulk to rip it open. I have to resort to tools to open a box of crackers. Okay, their kibble dish was almost empty. They don't like the ones that are in the bottom. They're usually clinkers, little bits of dry cat food that is too hard for them to chew. How old is Tora? Well, let's see. I think she's 6 years old. Or working on 6 years old, a few months short of it. Anyway, the stray cats seem to have disappeared. The only one I've been seeing for 2-3 days lately is just a little kitten that's too timid to be easily caught. I haven't seen Grandpa or his 3 lady cats. I was planning to catch them and get them spayed and neutered, but maybe someone else did that. I'll give Ken a wrench right now, but I'm going to take it away after he posts the links. So hang on, Ken. You're a moderator for a few minutes, and go ahead and post some links. But then I'm going to take it away. I wonder if I have the links. I've been decluttering my email lately. Oh, Rumble. I think part of my problem this morning is that I ate beef the other day. I seem to have trouble digesting beef. Ditch says Rumble is where you go when you're banned everywhere else. Well, Rumble apparently is not the most reliable platform to use. Creators have problems with it. And yet Russell Brand is on Rumble. He keeps telling people, if you want to hear the rest of the story, go to Rumble. But I think you have to pay to hear or watch him on Rumble. Rumble is trying to be YouTube or Locals. Yeah, they partnered with Locals, and now every time I try to watch something on Locals, they demand that I log into Rumble. And I'm like, no, I'm on Locals. But they're like, one of them bought the other or something like that, or they merged. I don't know. Parlor keeps sending me emails saying they're going to zap my subscription because I'm not active. And I don't remember signing up for Parlor, so go ahead and delete me. I've never been there to their site. Yeah, well, it isn't just CIA vegan. Um, okay. Um, apparently, U.S. aid was helping the CIA with information gathering and influencing. Okay, Beacon. Um, and we've got agencies I never heard of, and many of you never heard of. Now, originally, the CIA was supposed to be a desk job where they just receive information from other agencies and organize it and tell the agencies that have agents in the field what's going on and so forth. Then it was, well, they can have agents in the field, but not in the US, only in foreign countries. Well, that didn't last long. Now, when Phil, my husband, Philip K. Dick, was being harassed, he thought it must be the CIA, and he started communicating with the FBI, thinking they would help him. But as time went on, he began to distrust the FBI, so he started writing these insane letters, total on purpose, just totally crazy stuff, and sending those to the FBI, thinking, well, if they think I'm just a lunatic, a nutcase, maybe they'll leave me alone. So there's all these letters that he wrote that have been released to those members of the public who are interested, and they don't know what to make of them. Air America, Freeman? I remember Radio Free Europe. I don't remember Air America. Back in the mid 60s, when my parents, mostly dad, were like far right nutbags, they hung out with the far left nutbags because they believed pretty much the same thing about our government and what they were doing to the people. Well, hi, Tubes 4. I think that's Morgan. Welcome in. Oh, you saw something on my sleeve? The sleeve I'm wearing now or the one in my channel thingy? The one with Smokey Bear. Well, exactly. I've been saying that for years, Freeman. It was because he wasn't really friends with Dr. Leary. Phil's friend and co-author and editor. Oh my God, I can't come up with his name. Was friends with Leary. He got the LSD that Phil tried right out of the Sandoz Pharmaceuticals in the lab at UCLA. But Phil had one phone call from Dr. Leary, and that's apparently triggered all his trouble with our federal law enforcement. Well, I had to quit Freedomizer, VCAN. The new management. Now, I didn't fuss when they did mean things to me, but then they mistreated some of my friends. Canceled their show and didn't tell them. They found out when they went to log in and do their show, and they'd done hours of prep for it, and they couldn't log in. In my case, it was basically they wanted me to do the coding on this personal web page they put on the channel's website, and it was in, oh, what is that horrid WordPress, I think it's called. And I said, no, I'm not touching it, and you don't want me to touch it. I will only screw it up. Well, Dr. Leary had a PhD, just like Jill Biden. Oh, Dr. Jill. I'm not a fan of Leary either, but that man, was that ever a setup? He happened to be in the same car as a 17-year-old woman who had some marijuana stuffed into her bra. That's how they got him and put him in prison. That is so sketchy. Yeah, once you come to their attention, just like Phil said, even if you were just a witness or a victim, they don't remember why they know you. They just know they've seen you before. And that goes for local cops and sheriffs and state troopers and the feds. Oh yeah, Leary was almost certainly a CIA asset. And his partner, whose name I always forget, was probably his handler. Was that Avi Hoffman? Stop it, Tora. Well, Philip K. Dick was a victim of MK Ultra or something similar. They might have called it something else, but it was the same program. Was Abby Hoffman the one who wrote a book titled Steal This Book? I know there is an actual book with that title. Coffee, tea, water, and squirt. Now, I don't know what squirt is now, but it used to be grapefruit juice with sugar and bubbles. Yeah, well, Phil had emotional problems and phobias from early childhood, especially since his mother sent him to a boarding school. And I got it right from the horse's mouth. Not in explicit language, but he danced around it, but he finally said that a male teacher had abused him. And these idiot biographers who never knew him and just read about him think it was his grandfather. No, his grandfather was a strict disciplinarian. And he used to go around saying, I'm going to beat that boy, but he never did beat him. And Phil's grandmother, who he called Meemaw, would grab her husband's arm and say, "Oh no, don't hit the boy. Don't beat the boy. He'll be good." Oh yeah. Jim Ignakowski from Taxi. That actor was so awesome. Well, anyway, after the incident at the school, Phil would not eat. He talked about sneaking into the kitchen and chewing on dog biscuits because he felt that's all he deserved after he got abused. They sent him home because he wouldn't eat. They didn't want him dying at their school. And his mother, Dorothy, sent him to a child psychiatrist who asked Phil if this 7-year-old boy, Phil, asked him if he played with dirty boys. And he didn't know what the guy was talking about. He said, "What? They don't wash their hands?" Yeah, Christopher Lloyd. Thank you, Freeman. He played Jim Ignakowski. Oh, my mouth is not working. I blame the squirt. Okay, what's in it? Water? High fructose corn syrup. What does that say? Contains 2% or less of all this other crap. God. Oh my God. Now, canned or bottled grapefruit juice just doesn't taste good. But if you add a scoop of sherbet Orange sherbet works best. To a glass of grapefruit juice, it tastes good. Ah. So anyway, Phil said that his mother, Dorothy, was always warning him that he would grow up to be a gay criminal in prison for the rest of his life because he wouldn't do what she told him to do. And because when he was, well, at least 18, he was actually a legal adult. He rented a room in a sort of boarding house that was full of gay poets. Eventually, he was told he really had to move out of that boarding house because he obviously wasn't gay. Jeez. I'm trying to remember the names of the poets. One of them was, one of them I met when he was in his 80s. He went to a memorial for Phil, a small gathering of close friends and family. Jerry, I think it was Jerry. Anyway, his last name was Ackerman, but he was not the one who had the library. He just happened to have the same name. Swagbucks has a code, a swag code for me. That's one of the sites where I make maybe $5 a year, but every little gift card helps. Tora, don't mess with me. My napkin fell on the floor, and the floor is covered with cat spit. So let me toss it out. Look out, Tora. Look out. There's another wad of cat hair I could pick up with the napkin that fell on the floor. Yep, it's Smokey's hair. Ah, look out. Let me through, Tora. What are you doing? Oh, is that your mouse? Huh? Get it, Smokey. Well, I'm going to use the cat steering wheel. It's called a laser pointer. My cackling tells them that the laser light is coming. Okay, I got 3C22 and Smoky Sue, but Tora decided to find a calmer place to sit. Sometimes she chases the little red dot. Yes, there, here you go, Tora. Get it. Get it. Okay, my arm is tired and my finger hurts and my thumb hurts. That's enough, kitties. Oh, cats. Okay. Here it is, my spare napkin. No. No, Freeman, it was not he wasn't famous. He was like a failed poet. I think it was Jerry with a G. Uh, Poet. Uh, can't get a name. I think it was. Well, I'm not sure if this is the same guy, but the dates are similar. There you go. I think that might be the guy. American art historian and educator. Died in 2016. Let's see, 2 and 70. So he must have been in his 70s when I met him. Lived a long, long time. 72 and 16 is 88. I think I met him in 2002. Let me see if I can get that picture bigger. I I can't swear to it, but I think that's the guy. There was an Ackerman who had like a library and museum of science fiction. It was a different Ackerman. Oh, London is just like New York, Beacon. They tax you for driving. Every road in New York City seems to be a toll road. Uh, uh, Now, what am I going to do for breakfast? Maybe oatmeal, maybe malto meal, or farina, or cream of wheat. And I can either use brown sugar or maple syrup, or maybe molasses to sweeten it. Mm. Ooh, fish and chips sounds good. I do have the price of codfish went down a little. So I got a cod fillet at the grocery store. It was only $6. I'm debating whether to bread it and fry it or just bake it with butter and lemon, but not for breakfast. Air eggs. Oh, you put a pan on the stove and pretend you're cooking eggs. I have some bacon. The cats helped me eat the last of the previous pack of bacon yesterday. Every time I make something for myself to eat, they think it's theirs. And I'm kind of a pushover, so they always get a bite. Mm. Unless it's something they really don't want. Like when I open the little pouch of chocolate covered raisins, it sounds just like a bag of their treats, so they all come running. Oh, Beacon has a conspiracy theory. Well, actually, Beacon, I have my suspicions about a year ago. There was tons of chicken in the grocery store. It was cheap, but it just didn't seem normal. They were great big chickens, like the Buff Orpington, those great big chickens. I'm going, they don't ordinarily slaughter those for meat. They keep them for eggs. Oh, the price of eggs came down in California. It's still, oh, it isn't too bad. And our local store had a sale, limit 2 dozen at like about $3 for a dozen. But if you buy three, the third one will cost you $10. Well, most of California really is farmland, but for decades they haven't been allowing the farmers to use water. I still think they're trying to drive family farms out of business so they can do factory farming. Well, the price of chicken, a whole chicken is now $10, used to be 6. And a whole rotisserie chicken is the same price. $10 used to be 6. The difference is because the rotisserie chicken is already cooked, you pay sales tax on it. I used to have one of those crazy countertop rotisseries. It worked really well, but it was a real pain to clean it when you're done cooking. Even here in the mountains, there's a local farm. They have fruit trees and crops and chickens. They even sell chicks, baby chickens, alive, so you can have backyard chickens. Yeah, here in California, Freeman, we call pigeons feathered rats or rats with feathers. They are very destructive. They'll nest in the eaves of a house and basically cause the roof to be so damaged that it has to be replaced. And they drop their poop anywhere and everywhere. Well, California gets more rain than you think it does. Sometimes we even get rain in the summertime, in August. But the government has rerouted streams and creeks and rivers and dried up lakes with their insane water conservation policies. They divert all the running water into reservoirs, and then they pump the water from the reservoir out to the Pacific Ocean. You see, the one up north, the big reservoir, I forgot its name, but the reason it goes out to the Pacific Ocean is that along the way it waters all the vineyards in Napa, Sonoma, and Mendocino counties. And guess who has a great big vineyard in Napa County? He's our governor, Gruesome Newsom. And Northern California is terrible at diverting water so it won't wipe out entire towns with flooding. Every 2 or 3 years, the 3rd Street Bridge in Napa washes out, and all the downtown businesses have to close because you can't get there. They rebuild the bridge, but they don't divert the water. I still have Chinatown on a videotape and a working VCR to play it. Great movie. Well, I think most of the pistachios are grown in near Fresno Ditch. There's lots of almonds and walnuts and pistachios, all kinds of nut-bearing trees around Fresno, which is technically Central California. It's at the northern end of the Big Valley. You guys are getting mean in the chat. Nancy Pelosi is an old woman with an alcohol problem. But at her age, I don't think she fell and broke her hip. What happens is old women their hip will just break, and that's why they fall. Osteoporosis. You know, Hillary did not get a pardon. Biden is mad at her. I'm not sure whether Pelosi did, but if their past is anything to go by, they're probably still committing crimes. Oh, it's Nancy's husband who invests in stocks. Yeah, right. You know why the Congress won't ban senators and representatives from speculating in stocks? Too many of them do it. Well, I have osteopenia. It isn't quite osteoporosis, but it's headed that direction. So I'm using diet, exercise, and supplements to try to stave it off. They don't get paid enough. They make, God, what do they make? Or somewhere ballpark figure, 200,000 a year, and it isn't enough. They get free travel, free hotels, free meals, and more money than I will see in 10 years. And it isn't enough. Well, the lobbyists contribute to their campaigns, but if the lobbyist actually gives the lawmaker money, that's illegal. So they contribute to their election campaigns. Oh, FEMA didn't even bring fire blankets and tents to North Carolina, Beacon. Oh, hi, Jonah. Just noticed you. Because you said they don't get paid enough. Haha. Yeah. I don't remember whether it's slightly less than 200,000 or slightly more than 200,000. And they want a raise. They want a 40% raise. Ah, God. Well, so far, Trump's nominations are getting approved, even RFK, and it went the way I thought it might. Because he's a Kennedy, a bunch of Democrats voted for him. And the new Attorney General, I think that's who it was, among the Democrats, only one voted for her, but it was Fetterman. He's turning out to have some common sense. Oh, Nancy Pelosi looks weird because she's had too many facelifts. RFK, yeah, he got more votes than just Republicans. I think 3 or 4 Democrats voted for him. Yeah, he's a bit of a nutcase, but he'll have limited influence, and he's been told you just stay away from global warming and climate change. Not your, stay in your lane. And that stuff is not in your lane. Well, I'd like to know where the Secret Service was when Pelosi's husband got attacked. What are you that's doing? You're driving me nuts. Oh, man. Well, it's been an hour and 20 and I have nothing to talk about. It's like Dad used to say when it comes to politicians, they're all crooks. But I guess Trump is our crook. Or at least our asshole. And all his nominations are going through ever since what's his name stepped down. I forgot the name. Oh, ditch is out of smokes. You better go get some. I'll catch you guys next time, and thank you all for being here. Thank you all, and have a great day. Yes, your pen is not for sale, Freeman. Catch you guys later. I gotta round up the cats and make them, or try to make them behave. Bye.